Welcome back to Yildiz Readings 5D. Grab a cuppa, sit back and relax. All the information for bookings is at the end of this video. Beautiful Virgos, welcome back. We're here to do your update for the month of February to get you prepared. Now that is for singles, couples, and those of you on the fence, as well as every other facet inside your life at the end of the video relating to money, career, and more. Now, your zodiac sign has great cards. Some of you may not be feeling so great right now. We are in the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. It's going direct from the 4th and it will be in shadow. So yes, moving into this month, you still can be deeply reflective. Now, yes, over the last 18 months, you may have found it was quite tedious. It was very reflective. It was very transformative in your life. You do have this moment at the moment that you're thinking, gee, I really need to start loving myself. I really need to start caring and nurturing for the things that I'm passionate about. And I do feel this is going to be a point in the month, in the first 2 weeks, that are going to be very important to you. And I do feel they can be quite beneficial. It's almost like you're using that analytical mind, if you're able to function with it during the retrograde, to really tune into the past and the present, moving forward through the heart chakra. Head and heart decisions, I feel. Now, I feel to a degree it is almost mapping out the future. What we need to understand is during the first 2 weeks, what you can find is if you're hoping everything's going to be in a neat functional order, it may not be. And if you can know that that is going to shift, it's going to help you psychologically. I'm just saying. Because it still can feel frustrating. I do feel crosswise tension in the first week. Now, this can be due to what happened last month or previous energies coming in. However, I do feel ultimately this is paving the way and moving you forward. Now, in the past position we have, and this is more 2021 I'm feeling, because a lot of the subjects really from last year, we are cycling them out. Yes, we had the North Node in Gemini, so emotionally speaking, it has taken a toll. And pretty much a lot of us from September, October last year to this point, it's felt like, you know, it's been jammed into one. So it has been quite condensed, quite repetitious in a sense of heaviness. We are moving into lighter waters, but we can feel quite foggy and fatigued moving into the first week. I do feel if you have had a mini break and you think, hey, is it over yet? Are we getting there? Yes, I do feel it is. But currently where you stand, we need to get, there's still a slight pause. So it's not the best of times to jump into brand new endeavors. It's better off to reflect upon the things that are coming towards us. And this can be unfinished business situational ships. I do feel your next few weeks is going to be super busy. Now, this can be A, on the social scene, B, relating to work, and also expectations. But we will get into those situations inside of your career sector and relationship sector, okay? But it's almost like expectations. That's what I'm hearing. I do feel anywhere that you've been silent, I do feel this can potentially bring some things up. This can be a grudge, this can be a grievance, it can be an emotion. And especially because of the transit, it's bringing it up more so. So if you have been in that notion of really expressing how you feel, and it's become a habit for you, and you're doing such effectively, you're more than likely going to function through this fine. Others of you, it can be if something's been pushed right down and it's almost like we've been trying to ignore it. I feel in the first week, this is when it can come about and it can come out. Now, we're going to get into singles right off the bat. We're not going to keep you waiting. What I'm seeing at the moment is there can be something, and I'm hearing a term, the heavy cross to bear. There's something that's either been on your shoulders. It's been something you've directly been coping with inside of this connection. It may have been that you have tried to endure a situation, and I feel that's emotionally speaking, being single, you know, enduring a situation, something's been on your shoulders. I do feel it's relating to a past tense connection. I feel some of you are reflecting back to how it used to be. Some of you are also feeling, with everything that's going on in your life, do you have room for a connection? I do feel many of you are wanting it, but you're definitely having something in mind as to how it should look. I feel you're wanting to bring that stability and that transparency through in anything you're attracting. I do feel also there can be a regret relating to a connection. But it's like you're trying to bring the energy back into the forefront, you know, to attract that vibration back into your life. Some of you may have had an in and out scenario ship. And I'm feeling some of these emotions relating to the frustration are starting to crop up inside your mind. And I do feel due to that, it's almost like we may feel that we're raising our benchmark. We may feel that we're needing so much more. I do feel somebody may actually owe you money in the mix of this. But I also feel this person, I feel there's a person coming back from the past. And I do feel, ultimately speaking, you've changed. You have gone through quite a grand upheaval. On the home front, I'm also feeling there's been a lot going on that has been quite burdensome. This can be, you know, your social connections. It might be the things that you're doing for other people. It just feels that it was super busy. There was a lot going on. Whatever these things are, it does feel that you just can't manage them all on your own. That may have been due to health, due to your schedule, due to the magnitude of what these things were. It did feel they were quite large. I do feel this new beginning that is coming in. I'm hearing the term, are you with me? And I kind of feel you're wanting a lot more than what you had. So even if you're reflecting back and you're thinking to how things used to be, I do know, ultimately speaking, you're willing to risk it all. That's what's coming through. You're willing to have that, to have the world, so to speak. It's like you're really ready at the widths of your tether, if that's even a term. But I do feel it's that, you know, until this energy can really be renegotiated, you know, either in your mind or directly with this individual, I feel it could be this pattern that you're feeling, oh gosh, are we going back to Groundhog Day? Is this going to occur again? So whatever these areas were, be it was in the romance sector, be it you are a single parent, however that's playing out, I kind of feel it is going to be a renegotiation, but you need to be very careful about the way you communicate. I do feel you do need to be transparent with this person, but try not to carry these things on your shoulders. You know, it feels that you're protective in the heart sense, but these things have changed. Emotions have changed. Some of you are wondering if you see this person, if that's still going to be there and if you would want that new beginning. I do feel those answers will directly come to you, but I do feel an old energy is coming towards you. This either can play out in a sense of a person or a mindset, but I do feel for a lot of you, this can be a new chapter in your life that you're moving into. And if you're feeling nervous with moving into that, and it is due to past situational shifts, I feel the key is to remember they are part of your past. They're part of who you are, but they don't define you. And just take your time really, you know, moving yourself into that circumstance. And I feel if you're in awareness of it, you're going to have more success. For some of you, there is two paths. For some of you, it is, I just keep hearing the term Groundhog Day. And I really hope not, Virgo. But it feels like this Groundhog Day moment. It's very serendipity for some of you. But you're just really cautious to not have that co-create again, because you don't want to go down back over old ground. You very much want that fresh beginning. Now, those of you in a coupledom, I do feel there's a lot on your plate at the moment, and it can be that both parties are extremely busy. I do feel for those of you that have children, there may be some hurdles during the next 2 weeks. It can settle down. And again, even trying to tee up maybe date night and doing things together, I'm sensing that that can be a little bit troublesome. I feel you're very nostalgic of the past, but you're trying to get that energy back. It can feel like, you know, this is a really good year for your relationship sector, but it really has to move through this transit to be able to stand the test of time. For some of you this year, you could actually get married. But I do feel, ultimately speaking, there is this beautiful frequency coming through, but a necessity for change. And I do feel this is one of those months where we're really going to be a D-Day here. And I feel that there are, for those of you in a coupledom at the moment, there's major plans. And especially for those of you that are single, it's almost like this sense that you really want to see the map. You want to see where things are going. You want to know that it's give and take and balance. And I feel both singles and couples are doing the same thing here. There is something within the home environment that needs adjusting. This can be your schedule. This can be, you know, what each person is doing within the household, because there's an old situational ship coming up, and it is kind of causing some sense of testing frequency inside it. And you, Virgo, are very firm. You do want to move forward. I do sense, to a degree, you're frustrated with having to go over old ground with circumstances. And again, I do feel a financial expense that can be quite large. Something is going to take you guys by surprise. You do need to be careful not to take it out on each other, but there is a potential. Those of you on the fence, I do feel this is coming to a head, and I feel, you know, it's important for us to look back at the past, but it's also to, you know, when we're trying to make those decisions, and they are quite difficult for us, what you're going to find is if this is where you stand, right? You're carrying something, you're thinking about it, you don't, you know, it's better out than in. But the way you let it out is key. The way you communicate it, because it's not necessarily what we think is the gospel truth. It's the vision we're directly having in the circumstance, but it's not necessarily the direct foundation of the truth. But the importance is how we do feel, how we do see things. There is a reminiscence and a beauty of the nostalgia of the past. But where you stand, you do know that something's got to change, and you're definitely wanting so much more. So whatever that is, that map, that plan, and that new beginning, it's making you a bit fretful, but at the end of the day, it is attainable. But it's the steps that we need to take to actually usher this in. I do feel some of you are feeling that, you know, this has been going on a while. You're revisiting these things. Whatever those bugbears are inside the connection, if this has been an ongoing thing for a long time, and it is just that you don't feel the same, we can't fake it. So it's about addressing that truth and looking at it, sitting with it, and then actually having these deep conversations. And I feel if you can do that, I don't feel emotionally you'll be able to move forward until you have that revelation. But I feel once you do, that's when you can physically have that. Some of you are feeling you need to wait, though. Now, I do feel in the next few weeks, again, there could be conflict. That's for couples, singles, and in-betweeners. I do feel it can settle down. I do feel ultimately your career sector is going to be very busy. You're going to be hot in demand. Your health may come up, and that can be due to stress. It can be due to your schedule. And we definitely have this coming through. So it's important to try not to do everything. Again, throat chakra went. Try not to do everything. Rome wasn't built in a day. A lot of your creative ideas, I do feel they're going to get a lot of success. But this is a time to be very practical, to expect the unexpected, to understand that even old things we can return to, they still can reap dividends and success. So it's about seeing whether we're willing to correct those things, seeing whether we're willing to transform them and shift them about. And I feel once we move into mid-month, that's when your energy is going to feel a lot more fluid, and you'll find you're not so frustrated. I do feel a lot of you are going to have more energy, but you do need to be careful of headaches this month, Virgo. So just be careful of the headaches. Be careful of feeling that maybe a person completely understands how you feel. I also feel your schedule on the work front is going to be super busy, and you may need to expect some unexpected changes, maybe that you weren't really anticipating. And I also feel double check your emails. Double check your emails. Your schedule's going to be messy. You can also have blasts from the past coming back, and that's for all people on the table here. I do see the outcome as being positive, but something needs to be tied up in order to have this new beginning. I will see you during the month for the updates. If you do want to come through and see the energy updates, the twin flame updates, come through, and I'll see you throughout the month. Take care, Virgo. If you haven't clicked the bell and subscribed, I'd love to see you. Come date me, as I say, on YouTube. And for 2022, we have a lot more new content. Romance reads, twin flame updates. Yes, we have the Members Hub online, so come through and join us. and giveaways. Very separately, 2 channels being launched, as well as the membership hub on my website. So please click the bell. I'll see you soon, and come and join us for the lives and the super chats. Any questions, DM me.